Alrighty, welcome to today's algebra lesson on the area method. So first we're gonna get started off by trying to read area tiles. So we've got three different tiles here. The first of which on the left is a 1 by 1 square. And so the area of that square is just gonna be 1. Now we've got ourselves another tile, a 1 by x rectangular tile there. And so multiplying 1 by x gives us the area of that tile, which is just x. And finally, we've got this big x by x area tile. And when we multiply x and x to get our area, we get that the area is x squared. Alrighty, so now that we've covered area tiles, we're going to jump into this first example here. X plus 2 times x plus 1. So I'm just going to color x plus 2 something different. And now I'm going to draw my my tiles for x plus 2. So I'm going to start with my x area tile. And I'm going to add 2 of those little 1 by 1 squares, so that's going to represent x plus 2. Now, for x plus 1, I'm going to draw in black a little rectangle for x and a little square for 1. Now, we're going to multiply those things together. So we've got ourselves an x by x shape there, an x times 1 rectangle tile there, another 1 by x rectangle tile, one more, and 2 little 1 by 1 tiles. So, just to recap, x plus 2 is right here in blue, and up on top in black is x plus 1. Just going to write that down there. And now we're just going to find the areas of all of our little red tiles. So we've got an x squared tile, an x tile, an x tile. There's a 1. That area is x right there, and 1. So now I'm just going to count everything up. We've got an x squared plus 1, 2, 3 x tiles plus 2. And that right there is our answer. Alrighty, so for this one, you're going to try this problem out on your own. So on my mark, pause the video, and then check back for the solution. Pause. Alrighty, so to figure out our area here, first, I'm going to need to put some area tiles down to represent x plus 3, so I'm going to do that in blue. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my tiles. Here we go. There's our x tile. And I'm going to make 3 little 1 by 1 squares there to represent 3. So we've got x plus 3 here in blue. Now I need to form x plus 2 using black tiles. So here is x and I'm going to add 2 little 1 by 1 square tiles, and that is all going to represent x plus 2. So now we're going to multiply things together. So this x by x region, that's going to have an area of x squared. And x times 1 is going to form a little x rectangle. And we're going to have another one here. Now, the little blue 1 square times that black x rectangle is going to make an x rectangle. And the little 1 by 1s are both going to have an area of 1 each. So now, since I've got ones, I'm basically just repeating. So I'm going to go ahead and draw out all of those little tiles. So now that I've got everything, I'm going to count. So I've got an x squared. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 x's, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. So there's our answer. Alrighty, so now we've got this extension problem, and we're still going to try to use algebra tiles to multiply this out. But now we've got subtraction involved in x minus 2 times x plus 3. So how are we going to figure that out? So normally area is positive, but with these algebra tiles, we can also use them to represent negatives, even though we don't normally deal with negative area. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm still going to set everything up just like how I did on the other problems. So I've got x minus 2 in blue here. I've got my little x rectangle. And for those little squares, I'm going to make them each be -1. So x minus 1 all together is going to give us x minus 2. So now I need to also put down x plus 3. So I'm going to lay out my x rectangle. And now I'm also going to add 3 little +1 area squares. So altogether, that's going to give us x plus 3. So multiplication-wise, I'm still going to do what we've always been doing. So x times x, that area is going to be x squared. X times 1 is going to make x. X times 1 gives us x. X times 1 gives us x. Now with the negative ones, we're still going to draw our things as usual, but now we're just going to represent our areas using negatives. So negative x, -1, -1, another -1. -1 times x is going to give us -x. -1 times 1 is going to give us -1. Again and again. So in terms of counting, we're still going to have our x squared there. But now, some of those positive x's and those negative x's are going to cancel each other out. So I'm going to cancel out that positive x with that negative x and that positive x with that negative x, leaving just a single x. And counting up all my singles, I've got -6, so x squared plus x minus 6 is our answer. If you have any questions, please bring them into class with you tomorrow. Take care. This ends the video.